Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Airlinesim with me, Alfapiomega and Central European Airways. Today I'm gonna start with saying, Alpha, you are such an idiot. And I'm gonna explain why. About a few hours ago, in real life, now I don't mean when this video will go up, I published a video where I explained that I had a really big housing problem and everything. And this led to me not being able to pay attention to the game as much as I'd like. So in the last video, we got a brand new Airbus A320neo Lite, but I wasn't able to properly schedule it until, well, I think the video was recorded on Sunday, so somewhere around Wednesday. But what I didn't realize what I didn't realize was that we didn't have that much money as I expected to have, and we actually lost one aircraft tonight. Actually, I think yesterday night. Yesterday night. So this means that we gained A320neo Lite, which is now scheduled, but we lost one of the ATR 72604 breach in contract. It was the AAE ATR 72600. We lost also the routes and everything, so now I ordered a new one, but yeah, I don't know what else to say. We just lost an aircraft that could have been flying already. So, unfortunate things happened, but I'm hoping that this will be okay, because right now we're sitting at 50,000 in cash, which is not much. You know, so I'm hoping that we are not going to lose another aircraft next week, because even though, no matter what I did and how lacking I was, we still made a bit of profit. So I'm hoping that, you know, generally speaking, we should be okay. So what did I do in the meantime? Well, I went through all routes that we had. I cancelled some, I started some new, and I would like to go with you guys now and check out the routes that we have. But this is the main list. The two routes that we cancelled was Bucharest and Stockholm, because they really were a drag on the income. I upgraded the number of routes, most importantly Gdansk, which is now served by two A318s during the day. I upgraded several Polish destinations. I upgraded flights to Ostrava. I added a second daily line to Strasbourg. So let's look at that, and you guys can tell me what you think, even though all of these videos are pre-recorded. So the A319 is flying 4 daily routes. It's flying to Zurich, which is another new route that I have added. By the way, I just put some notes there, not all of them, which is why I'm going through it anyway. So apology if I confused you a bit. Man, this coffee is really strong. I feel so hyped now that I started drinking it. Okay, so we added Zurich, and this aircraft is also flying to Katowice, to Frankfurt, and to Vienna. So it looks like this now. Okay, it's not, I'm not really happy with the performance of the A319. Some of the routes are really lacking, like the Vienna one, and Frankfurt could be better. Also Zurich could be better, but I really bumped, I've changed the prices a bit, so I'm hoping that it's gonna get better. The A318 is flying Gdansk, Munich, Budapest, and Rome. All of these routes I'm fairly happy with. They're not bad, although I think there's gonna be another cycle here before they go through. So look at this. Oh no, that's not bad. Pretty good. Oh, the Vienna I moved to a more demanding aircraft, or bigger aircraft, because it was full. Holy crap, when I moved it, why the fuck? Okay, there's definitely gonna have to be another cycle, because this doesn't fit. Yeah, okay. The second A318 is flying to Belgrade, to Amsterdam, to Gdansk, and to Hamburg. So I'm hoping these ones will be better, and they are. Gdansk is really good, Hamburg is really good. Belgrade is not good on the outbound, but the return flight is good, and Amsterdam Oh, well, Amsterdam leaves a bit to be desired. Okay, this is Amsterdam. Oh, but it's not bad, generally speaking. Okay, and our prize lady, the A320. You can see that this one is really good. All the best routes are on it. So it's flying to Krakow, it's flying to Berlin, it's flying to Brussels, and it's flying to London. Unfortunately, I was kind of confused by certain things. For example, London, when you look at that, this is nearly full aircraft. And I think it's still not making money. Yeah, it's still losing. So I have the prices very low, but you can see that from own feeder is 126 seats. So that is a really important route to us nonetheless. Well, we're flying to Krakow with it. Am I crazy? It's making money and there's a lot of connections, so I guess I'm not crazy anyway. And Brussels, I upgraded Brussels despite what I thought, but we needed more seats in business class. Again, there's a number of connecting passengers and it's not losing money, so I'm happy about it. So this is the big fleet. The smaller fleet of the 72s, unfortunately you can see only 2 here, so my apology for that. But the one that you can see is flying to Lodz, to Hamburg, to Brno, and to Cologne. And as you can see, baby is full. The second ATR is flying to Warsaw Modlin. That's a new route that I started. Well, actually it's not a new route, but it's an upgraded route. I actually didn't know much about Warsaw Modlin, but it turns out to be a really good airport. It's flying to Nuremberg, to Wrocław, and to Düsseldorf. And these are fairly good routes. Wait, is it? Nuremberg, Modlin, Düsseldorf, and Wrocław. Okay, and it's doing fine. I am not entirely sure what the other aircraft was supposed to fly to. I'll probably have to go through the inventory and check here which routes are now empty. I think there was definitely... No, Dresden, no. There was definitely Bratislava. Yeah, fuck. Bratislava and other routes. I'll have to remake it. That's a bummer. I'll have to do that tonight. Okay, as far as 42s go, we have 4 of them. The first one is flying Rzeszów in Poland. Then from Prague to Dresden, from Dresden to Berlin, back to Dresden and to Prague. Then to, I always forget what the name of this city is. It's in Czech, and this is Strasbourg, I think? No, Stuttgart, okay. And the city is Kunovice. Okay, again you can see that this aircraft is fairly full, so that's fine. The other one is Košice. This is again Stuttgart. Then to Krakow, from Krakow to Wrocław, back to Krakow and to Prague, and then Innsbruck. Again, routes are pretty good. The only painful one is the Innsbruck one, but I think it's still making money. So I decided not to cancel it. Actually, no. It's not, but there's a decent connection, so I left it be. Next aircraft is flying to Warsaw Modlin, and then a route Prague to Bratislava to Košice to Bratislava to Prague, and then again Prague to Bratislava to Košice and back, and then from Prague to Bratislava. So this is a really big moneymaker. You can see that there's a number of good routes here going on. And the last one is flying to Katowice, to, this is Milan Linate, to Ostrava, and to Göteborg. What the hell is this? I'm getting pop-ups. I think there's some plugin going crazy. And then Göteborg. Göteborg was a candidate to being cancelled, but I left it up anyway, so yeah. And now the small little aircraft that we have, the not ATRs, the LETS 410s. They're really cute baby aircraft. I didn't do any changes to them. As far as you are interested, you can see that this works. Everything works pretty much. Yep, everything works. With the exception of Strasbourg, but I left that out just for fun. The flight to Pula is not working, but that's okay, I don't mind. And this is the last one, yeah. This one is located in Croatia completely. You can see these are the local routes. I think I added, because I upgraded the flight to Ostrava to the ATR, I added one daily connection to Karlovy Vary, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Řešov, yeah, Stuttgart, Warsaw, Modlin, and Karlovy Vary. Okay, so that's that's a third daily connection. Okay. But we're missing one of the 72s, so that's a bummer. Also, we had some really bad news from the market. The AGEX went really down when I was out, so I'm happy that the aircrafts are still fine and we're still making money, even though the fuel is going up and the AGEX is going down. Wow, that's a minus 23% compared to 90 days ago. That's horrifying. But if we get that ATR in and we can hold it, I'm going to be a happy man. We're going to be sitting at 16 aircraft without the that's what, 10? So we're one aircraft away from being as big as Croatia Airlines. In the real world, I mean. And we're going to slowly add more aircraft. I think that now that I added a 4th Airbus, the good idea would be to focus on the ATRs, probably get a 4th ATR 72, because there's a lot of 42 connections that we could upgrade to a 72. And once we are sitting at 4 Airbuses, 4 42s and 4 72s, I might, well, I would probably add more 72s because those are really good for us in Central Europe. I mean, there's a lot of destinations that I would like to fly to. I wanted to connect Bucharest and Stockholm, the ones that we dropped by an ATR, but I didn't because I just don't have the capacity. Airbuses are really good if you can make them full, which really relies on these smaller connections. So that's what I'm gonna be aiming for. Other than that, you saw that the accounting is okay. We're sort of in a decreasing amount of profit, but the AGEX is really low now. So when it goes back up, I think we can get to a really decent profit. Really decent profit. The company value now should be around 15 million somewhere. Wait, no, it's in the accounting, the balance sheet. Yeah, 14 million.1. That's okay. I checked it about 5 days ago when we had the extra money for the Airbus, so it was around 15 million then. So yeah, I'm happy with the performance of CEA. I'm hoping that it's only going to get better and that I'll be able to keep it alive. Remember, this is the hardest server Airlinesim has to offer. So the fact that we have an airline in the middle of Europe is really good. I'm also very happy that we are now a #1. I think some airlines bankrupted in Europe, by the way. But we are now a #1 provider in Prague. And if we keep growing, it's only gonna get better. We don't really transport that much cargo though, so that's a bummer, but still, So yeah, thank you for joining me, and join me next time for some more Airlinesim with me, Alfapiomega.